good morning, good people, and welcome back to Grade 6 Kpsea Music Revision Part 4. Today we are going to focus on rhythm, majorly French rhythm, and how it relates to notes, rests, and how pitch comes in to create some wonderful melodies. In the course of the lesson, we are going to interpret two melodies from a common song that you are familiar with. But in the meantime, if you are joining us today, kindly hit the subscribe button if you not subscribed to support this initiative. Secondly, share the link so that we may enable even students from marginalized countries to be able, or counties rather, to be able to access music literacy as they prepare for their Kpsea music. So let's dive in without wasting time. We will start by a basic definition of terms which are common in music. We have looked at some of the terms such as musical note, musical rest, and pitch in the previous sessions, but we remind ourselves on how they are applied in music and how we are going to use them today. So, we have a term called a note, but it is better preferred to as a musical note. And it's good to remind yourself that a note is a sound in music. Any sound you make, the sound I'm producing for this lesson to take place is called a musical note. Next, you have a musical rest. You'll realize that in music, you are not always constantly singing or playing an instrument, especially when you are in a band setup or in a choir. That period where you remain silent as others sing or play an instrument is what we call a rest, and therefore rest is a moment of silence. The next term that we have been looking at is the pitch, and pitch is a feature which describes how high or how low a sound is without going into scientific terms. Now, the highness and lowness can be described based on the musical stuff, or we can look at a piano and see what do we mean by this. Here is a piano. Now, when you are talking about pitch, let us consider note C3 and note C4. They are labeled. So this is C3. You can hear how it sounds. And this here is E, E4. You will notice the difference in the sounds. C3 has quite a low sound, not in terms of volume, but E4 has a higher sound. And so when we speak of pitch, that's what we mean, either having a high pitch or a high low pitch. C4, D4, C3, C4, C3, C4. Back to our notes. The term that is now Adding up to the previous three terms is a French rhythm, and you will notice French rhythms are syllables, and the syllables are used to represent the duration of a sound. In this case, it means sound has different durations. We have longer duration and shorter duration. And that's what we want to look at to back up on what we learned about musical notes and musical rests, how long they last, and how they compare to French rhythms. So we start with filling this particular table, which shows the relationship between French rhythms, notes, and rests. Before I come in terms of filling, as a student, I will ask you to recall what we learned in the previous lesson. After learning, I want you to try and fill the note symbols and the rest symbols. Then we will come in and compare them with respective French rhythms. You can take 30 seconds to go through it. Welcome back. To make it much easier for interpretation, we give the note name and the symbol. For example, in the previous lesson, the note that had half a count was called a quiver, and the symbol for a quiver was this. The one that had one count was called a crotchet, and the symbol is almost similar to a quiver, but it doesn't have a stem. The one that has two counts, it's a minim, not shaded. And this is how a minim looks like. The note head is not shaded. The one that had three counts was a dotted minim. Up to this point, confirm if you had filled them correctly. Minim, and these are dotted minim. Dotted minim. Lastly, the one that had four counts is called a semi-breve. And the semi-breve is oval in shape. The note head is not shaded. Their equivalent rests have shared the same names. So if we have a quiver note, we have what we call a quiver rest. If we have a crochet note, then we have a crochet rest. I can also give a minute or less than a minute to try and fill in the symbols for the rest. Then we take it up from there. You can compare my answers with yours. as you do what we call self-assessment. There you go. Well, I want to believe you have made an attempt. So a quiver rest will look like this. You can compare with what you do. A crochet rest looks like an inverted three, or sometimes in some books, depending on which side, either you are from the American side, the German side, and the British side. So you'll find either a crochet press being represented this way, according to the British side, or it will be represented in this manner. It looks like an inverted quiver rest. So be careful when you are using this particular kind of rest. Second one, we have the one that has two beats. There's a minim. In a minim raised looks like a heart that is facing down. You can figure out or think of the cowboy hat. When you remove it and place it on the table, this is how it will look like. And therefore, a dotted minim raised will be a minim raised but accompanied with a dot. Then we have a semi-brief, which is also a heart but facing upwards. You have to be careful. You need to practice and master them because confusing can between the two can be very easy. Look at the minim rest and look at the semi-brief rest. The next interpretation is looking at French rhythms. It is the new concept we are introducing and the main subject or the main topic for today's lesson. We start with the French rhythm for half a note. It can be expressed in two ways: ta or te. However, in an exam setup, when it appears just as one, you are advised to use star alone. Use te if it is completing a note, and in this case, we will be looking at it after we have filled the table, how the French rhythms are used in real music. The crochet one will take two tates. So ideally, the crochet one could be ta-te. However, consolidating it into one note, then it becomes ta. The tate should take the same time as ta on how long the note should be played. Ta ta te ta ta te ta ta te ta ta te. We're going to work on them in the next section. The minim takes two counts. So ideally, if you are supposed to use the crochet, the minim will be ta and ta, two counts, ta, ta. However, they are represented as one, ta. Their application is coming soon. Next is a dotted minim. Before you interpret how many tas and tates are there, you have to look at the meaning of the dot. And you have to remember from our previous lesson that the dot means half the time for original note. So if this is a minim, the dot takes half the time of a minim, and a half of a minim, that is a half of 2 is 1. So the dot represents a crochet. This simply means we'll be having ta, ta for the minim alone, then another ta for the dot. So the three are now combined together to form ta. The example for this is applied in the Kenya national anthem, which we will be interpreting in the next session within this particular lesson. Most importantly for you to know is that the dotted minim takes 3 counts, which is equivalent to 3 crochets. The third crochet is brought about by the dot. Then lastly, we have the semibreve, and it takes 4 counts. If a crochet is the count, so we have the first counter, second counter, third counter, and fourth counter. All of them are made into one count, and this count is written as ta. This is what you need to know as far as grade 6 music is concerned. This is what you need to know as far as grade 6 is concerned. When we meet next after a break, we are going to look at rhythms and how these ones, that is the notes, phrase, and French rhythms are brought together in terms of making melodies. And at that juncture, we will also add in pitch so that we can even create our own melodies on the go. As you think about this, take a 1 minute break. We will be back. Welcome back. Having looked at this, we now put it together into forming music. I have examples of French rhythms here. We will be inputting the equivalent notes and making nice rhythms. We start with line 1. And at this particular point, I would wish to use a metronome so that it helps us in timing ourselves so that we are stable. That's a metronome, and it's at 68 beats per minute. Every beat should be interpreted as a tar. So there are 4 4 4. Listen to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta 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 ta. Having gotten the rhythm, we try to interpret first rhythm number 1. There we go. Ta 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 te ta 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 te. That being a little bit fast, we can slow it into 60 beats per minute for the ease of learning and understanding. So we have wait for the count. 2, 3, go. Ta 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 ta. Once you have that in mind, now how long should this be played? Ta is a crochet. Ta is a crochet. Ta is a crochet. Ta is a crochet. Then we have ta still a crochet. Ta being a crochet. Ta being a crochet. But here we have two quavers. Ta and te. So for the purposes of writing music for easy readability, these two are beamed. When you introduce a beam, therefore they can be written this way, with the horizontal line being the beam. So instead of writing separately, this is how they are written. I've placed them in brackets. Now, how do they compare? We have ta, 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 ta. We also have ta, 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 te. You will notice we are having the same pitch. And so we're only forming a rhythm, but it's not melodic. To make it more melodic, you realize we need changes in pitch. And the changes in pitch will be looked at in the next session within this lesson. Right now is only forming rhythms and looking at how they apply. In the second line, we still have a crochet, a crochet. I wanted us to change this, one of these, into becoming a rest. So this being ta, it's a quiver. We could give it the symbol of a quiver rest. Then we give this a symbol of a quiver note. Quiver rest, quiver note. Half plus half is equals to 1. So this takes the duration of 1 crochet when we finish up with a crochet. Then we can also give this a crochet Then we give this one a crochet rest. We give this a quiver rest, but this we give it a crochet, a quiver note, sorry. Then this is a crochet. I want you to note that the rhythms have been selected intentionally. And the second rhythm, we want to make fun of it and see if it makes some sense. Assume we are playing drums. So if we proceed with our metronome, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll have ta 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 ta. So when you are thinking of this, remember this is a rest. Ta ta te ta 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 te ta. This is a rest. You keep quiet. So when it's looking tak, you keep quiet, but you say te. So repeat ta ta te ta 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 te ta 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 te ta. There's a good pace. Second bit of it, ta te ta ta te ta. We bring back our metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta te ta ta te ta ta te ta ta te ta. In terms of drumming, the first beat will be boom, ta, boom, ta, boom, ta, boom, ta. Second beat, boom, boom, ta, boom, boom, ta. That's how it will sound. A reminder, French rhythms and any rhythm is not just based on drums. Next here, we look at a change. We have a crochet, crochet, but this is a minim. You just draw one minim. Ta, ta, ta. The reason why we do it ta, ta, ta is for you to note that there's an ah added. However, in normal singing, the ah doesn't count. Just ta, 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 ta. Then here we introduce our good friends. The rhythms have been selected intentionally. Let's try practice the second part of rhythm 3. Ta te te ta. Ta te te ta. Why am I not saying ta te ta te? It's because for the second note, this is a rest. So we do it ta te te ta. Ta te te ta. Ta te te ta. So that this takes count for 2. The fourth one is an interesting rhythm. We could decide even to start with a rest, When here you have what we call three counts. Three counts are equivalent to a dotted minim. So if you are using the metronome, 1, 2, 3, 4, the consequence will be for one you keep quiet. So da da da. Secondly, you could still now have the crochet and the dotted minim. However, for the purposes of the lesson, you also need to know that we have a dotted rest, and the dotted rest will be expressed, it's a minim facing downwards with a dot. You will notice it's supposed to be a silence. From the definition, a note was a sound, a rest was silence. So to play the second or to make sound for the second beat, if we use a metronome, will be 1, 2, 3, we go. Ta, ta. Look at the cursor. Ta, ta. We are maintaining silence. But here, we start with the silence. Ta, ta. You can follow the cursor. So in this case, you have to know that a rest, you maintain silence for the duration in which the note could have been sounded. Then lastly, we have a crochet, not a crochet, sorry. Lastly, we have four. Ta. These are 4 counts, and the 4 counts are represented by a minim. It's supposed to be oval. My drawing is becoming so poor. Ta, ta. Then here we have tate. That's a minim. Tate, then 2 beats. Ta, tate. We take the whole of line 5 in 1, 2, 3, go. Ta, ta, te, ta, ta, te. Ta, ta, te, ta, ta, te. These are 2 counts, and this 1 count, this is 1 count. Now, since we've gone through and you've looked at the values and related the French rhythms to their respective note values, we need to know how can we use it in real life. Learning them this way may make very small meaning and very small sense in our mind. But when we put it into practice, then we can see how they are used in real music. Prepare yourself, take a 1 minute break. When we come back, we start playing songs or seeing how they are used in songs. See you in a minute. Hey, yo, good people. Welcome back. Welcome back. A slight reminder before we proceed to application of rhythms, both French rhythms and the other rhythms from notes into music. If you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe so that it can be a motivation to this initiative. When you subscribe, YouTube does its wonders and it appreciates my effort to spread music literacy in the country. To enable me keep on working and transferring this knowledge, please subscribe, share, comment, like. The comments will help me improve the next sessions as we move on. Now let's look at the introduction of pitch into rhythm. And pitch here will be represented by letter names for specific notes so that we play exactly what we intend to play. First melody I would wish us look at is Are You Sleeping? In Are You Sleeping uses these notes. For example, we have here ta is a crochet, ta is a crochet, ta is a crochet, and ta is a crochet. But if you just say ta, 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 it's not making musical sense. It has rhythm. Melody cannot exist without rhythm, but the pitch is remaining the same. Therefore, it's repetitive. Ta, 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 ta. But we need to make it into Are You Sleeping? So at this particular point, we introduce pitch. And this is how pitch will apply to make it a melody. It starts, if I play a descant recorder, we start with a G. You will notice when we introduce pitch, we'll be having G, A, B, G. B, A, so G, A, B, G. It's now taking shape. Ta, 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 ta. So now, even if we use ta, 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 we know what is happening. That this ta should take note G, this ta should take note A, the next one note B, next one note G. That's how we are relating French rhythms, note values, and pitch to make melodies. Ta, 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 played for equal time value. Next, Brother John, crochet, crochet, ta, this is a minim. But if we just say ta, 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 it's still not making sense musically. Yes, we have the rhythm, but what meaning is derived in it to make a melody? So to introduce the aspect of the melody, then we move on to pitch. On the descant recorder, this is a higher C and this is a higher D in pitch. So when you speak of high, makes sense. So you can now comfortably sing it as ta ta ta. Is it making some sense? Drop a comment in the comment section. Here is ta. Actually, this is supposed to be tate, not ta. Good. Uh, we feel them. Ta te ta te ta ta. If we just throw them as okay, this will break it into because it's quite a distance. This is how it could look like if we do them separately. And allow me to maintain that so that you can have a look at how they should appear. Please note that tate is only that the word has been spaced for you to be able to see clearly, but morning bells for tate, once they are closed, this is how they are drawn, introducing the beam, which I introduced and explained earlier on. So, ta, ta, te, ta, te, ta, ta. There's a French rhythm. Ta, te, ta, te, ta, ta. If we looked at the note values below the French rhythms, you just interpret these are quaver, 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 crochet, crochet. Any meaning so far? The only meaning we have is these are rhythms. But now, how can we turn it into a melody? That's the biggest question. When we turn it into a melody, we now introduce the pitch aspect of it. So we start from the top one so that you see how it flows from Are You Sleeping? We repeat this one twice. Also, this will repeat twice. That's why I've repeated. At this particular point, pay attention on how long John is played. I repeat, Brother John. One more time. This one takes the time period for this. You will notice I'm not playing Brother John, Brother John. No, Brother John. Then we go to morning bells are ringing. You feel how it's changing? Ta te ta te ta ta. Morning bells. Ta te ta te ta ta. Good. For the purposes of learning, I stop it at that particular point so that at your own free time, you fill in the remaining ones to aid your learning. Otherwise, I will not be doing justice if I filled everything for you, yet we are learning and you're supposed to gain something. So this particular bit, this, and this, uh, to be completed by the student. and that's learning. The next bit I want us to interpret on how notes and rhythm is used is a section of the Kenya national anthem. A section of the Kenya national anthem. The lines drawn, the numbers here may not be so common for grade 6. I will use it to explain the basic information which I want you to learn. So let's make the interpretation. These are notes which we are familiar. Crochet, but we have not looked at dotted crochet. The function of the dot is to increase the crochet by half. Half of a crochet is half, which means the dot here will be equivalent to a quiver. This is a quiver, crochet, 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 quiver, not a quiver, sorry, minim, crochet, crochet, two quivers, beamed. We have crochet, 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 and we have a dotted minim, which is the main point of interest for this particular lesson. So it is used just in real music. This particular melody for the Kenya national anthem, the piece I have picked was written in the key of G, although in grade 6 you're only learning the key of C, but I will use it to interpret what we need to learn. So I will first play on the keyboard, then we come and interpret it. I want to believe that you are able to hear. Now, being written in the key of G, the melody specifically starts on note A. And this is how it is sounding. Good. One more time. That's how it's sounding on the piano. And you'll notice that we are using letter names in this case. The notes used are note A, note A, Mungu. Then note G, Ngu. Then we have note D, then E. Mungu nguvu yetu. We go back to A. Ilete baraka kwetu. So we go back to our main point of interpretation. This is how they relate. This could be ta 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 ta. Take note of also how this was prolonged because of the dot. So this could be ta ta, then te, ta te, because it's ta on its own. Then the last one actually ta 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 ta. Now this one could be the te. Then ta 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 ta. One more time. Ta 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 ta. This is long. It takes two counts. This is ta 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 te ta, and this is also ta ta. But this a very interesting one. It is a dotted minim, so it takes ta ta. When you're having this symbol in music, you will learn it later in grade 7. Means you play them continuously. But for the sake of this lesson, let us ignore this. It's called a tie, and go with them separately. Ta 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 ta. So ta 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 te ta 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 ta. If you disregard the pitch, then there is no sense in the music. If you consider the pitch, then we get the melody we need. Ta 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 ta. So as you move on, I'm interested. Ta. One more assignment for the student. I'll help you in labeling the notes. When at your own free time, you can play on a descant recorder. This is not A. This is not A. This is equally not A. This one here is not G. This one here is not D. This one here is not E. And this is not E. Here, this one we go back to A. We are still on A. These two, they are both A. When this is a G, this is a D, this is an E, and this is an E. If you are not familiar on how to position your fingers on the descant recorder, in my channel, there are lessons which I have indicated and shown how to play the notes of the descant recorder. After the lesson, you can review them to see how to go about them. Then you play this particular melody, copy it down in 1 minute, then we take a small rest. When we come back, we're going to look at sample questions as we wind up the lesson. The sample questions are what you should anticipate in either Kpsea or beyond Kpsea. So these lessons are not only programmed, but they are also programmed for music beyond Kpsea. Copy these notes down, copy the French rhythms, try them out because I played for you on the piano. There's a glimpse of how it could sound on this country recorder, only the first beat. Will be I've reached up to E. So it's up to you to go and look for the other ones. Then once you get it, you type bingo in the comment section. We take a 1 minute break so that I can take some water. When we meet back, we look at sample questions and how to answer them, how to interpret them in the exam setup. See you in a minute. Welcome back, good people. I hope you've done that thing. You've subscribed and you have shared so that other students from various places can also benefit from the music literacy program. It's time for practice questions. Sample questions here we are. Some of the questions we dealt with them in the previous sections, and now for this one, we look at some of them which are repeated and some which could be new. Question one, a possible question would be, what is the meaning of pitch? Make it simple. Very simple definition. It is how high or low a sound is. Make it simple. We consider the highness and the lowness in this case. What does a note represent in music? A note represents. Good. Your guess is as good as mine. Hey, hope you're not guessing. You've learned. So a sound is represented by a note, or a note represents a sound. How many counts does a dotted minim rest take? So it is a rest, yes, but the rest take the same count as a note. So if it is a dotted minim, the minim itself has 2 plus the dot 1, which means takes 3 counts. Next question, what is The name of the note equivalent to the French rhythm ta. Oh, count the sections. This section one, which one count? Another section, the second count, the third count. So, what is the name? You're looking for the name of the note equivalent to the French rhythm. One that has three counts is a dotted minim. Question 5. In this case, you could be asked to fill the table. So I left the question blank to explain what is expected of you because we've already filled it during the introduction section. So they could either give you the count and French rhythm alone, or French rhythms and rests, or rests and notes. So you could either be asked to write the note names or rest names or their equivalent French rhythms. For example, here you could have this drawn. Then they ask you to write the equivalent French rhythm. The equivalent French rhythm for the crochet will be ta. If, for example, you are given this for three counts, these are dotted minim. You are asked to write the equivalent rest. It is a minim rest, which means it's facing down with a dot. You could be given something else. Maybe you are given this. You are now given a rest and told to write the equivalent French rhythm. Such a rest with the four counts is called a semi-brief rest. So a semi-brief rest has four counts. If it has four counts, then it takes ta, and that's how you get your semi-brief rest. So be cautious in the examination. You can be given a note and asked to fill the count. And therefore, this table is a summary. If you missed the introductory part, you can go back to the beginning of this lesson where we filled the table completely. The questions can be either given the count to draw the note,